This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to show you through your 2020 Redwood fifth wheel model 3901 WB. I believe I'll have to do this video in two parts because it's such a big unit. So I'll start on the outside here. I'm on the door side, walking towards the rear. Okay. So here we are at the door side and the rear. So obviously you've got a slide out, a living area slide out on each side, and then you have a wardrobe slide, I believe, in the front. I should have looked before I said that, but I believe you do. Also, let me see what we've got down here. Looks like you got some red ground clearance lights on it. Okay, all right. Your stairs fold into the trailer, obviously, and fold out. You have to have the door open all the way so you can clear this area here when you're putting it in and out. They're great, super stable steps. Everybody loves them. The only thing you have to remember is that you got to sweep them off pretty good before you flip them in because they like to throw the dirt inside. But their benefit far outweighs anything like that because of their stability. Now, if you're on uneven terrain and you need to adjust the legs to level the steps, you just pull this pin out here, and you've got holes in the legs so you can adjust them to whatever length you need. Of course, you can get a dog tie off there for your dog, or a small horse. I don't know what. Anything you want to tie off, you can do it. You got power awning with LED strip. This is your water heater here. Let me look at it. Oh yeah, so it works on both gas and electric. Keep in mind, you're going to have the gas switch and electric switch to operate them are inside, but I'm just going to set this right here in the basement pass-throughs while I'm showing you. But you have an extra switch here. This switch just operates the heating element that's behind here. You're also going to have a switch inside, but this is sort of a redundant thing. It's a holdover from, well, still some trailers only have this switch. They don't have one inside, but yours, I guarantee, will have one inside also. So just keep in mind that it's there. And of course, never run the water heater without water in it, or you'll burn out the heating element or damage the tank with the gas. This is where you drain it from. It's an 1 1/16 socket to extract it. It has an anode rod attached to it, so it's long. So keep that in mind. You got some power here, obviously. Your pass-through basement. This is going to be some hydraulics down here. As you can see, the reservoir right there. You have a satellite and antenna and a plug if you wanted to stick a TV in here or put it outside somewhere. This is your vacuum, obviously. You've got all kinds of lights here. That you have. Let me see what this is. Oh, that's just an ambient or an effect light, whatever they're referring to them these days. You have a radio out here too. It's a pretty capable radio, and this I'm sure is wired through to the TV too. I mean, I can't tell you 100%, but I bet it is, because I didn't prep this trailer. But you can stream off the USB stick right here, so you can put all your favorite albums on one stick and take them with you. You can hook up wirelessly with your cell phone or your tablet, whatever. Play your MP3s off of that. You can hook up with Bluetooth that way. I think I mentioned that. So you can hook up with Bluetooth, or you can stream off the USB. This is an HDMI in, right? That one right there. So if you need to use it, like let's say you had a little portable Blu-ray player. You could plug it in there, the HDMI into it, and set it down here. Plug it in, and you can play Blu-ray discs or any DVDs for that matter. Okay, and you'll have this one shows 2 zones on it because it comes that way. I can't imagine what the 2 zones would be. There probably is just 1 zone for this one, which is outside, but you'll have to experiment with that a little bit anyway. This is just your command center for your touch screen. Of course, more valves. These are the attachments for your vacuum here. You get a override crank for if you need it. You got two 30-pound tanks. Yes, there's another ambient red light there if you could see it. So it's sort of it'll have a red glow underneath, I believe. Now there's just one battery in here, I'm told. You can put two in there if you choose to, but this one just has one. He hasn't sealed it in there yet. If you need a second one added, you can talk to your sales guy and see what he says. This is just in case you want to hook up a solar panel to it to charge the battery. That's all it is. This, if you plugged into this with a solar panel, it would just charge your battery. Okay? Your other LP tank. Okay. This is just telling you that this is pre-wired for solar. That's all it's telling you. You get a dump hose with it and a reducer. This is a 50 amp service, I'm sure, so you get a 50 to 30 and then a 30 to 15 adapter. This is your water filter if you choose to use it. That's the wrench for it. Okay. This is the sprayer that will hook into this right here in your water center here. Okay. You also have self-leveling. Now you're going to have to read the directions on this. They're all right here. But basically, it will remember your last hitch height. Okay? So when you auto level, it will level the entire trailer. Okay? And when you retract it, it'll go back to hitch height. I can just show you a little bit here. You can scroll through it this way. Manual mode, auto retract. There you go. If you auto retract, it will set it at the last hitch height, right? And then there's just some more adjustments for it. So as it's leveling, it's going to tell you what it's doing. It's leveling the door side, front, or rear, or whatever it's doing. And it'll be able to see the LEDs light up here, which tells you which one it's doing, and then it'll say it's analyzing. I think it uses the term analyzing on this one, and it'll stop for a minute and then it'll start again. So it will take you a few minutes once you go to auto level it. It just keeps correcting itself till it gets it leveled. Okay. Also, this is just cable and satellite through to the entertainment area. All right. That's the water filter canister I told you about for the water filter that was right over here. If you choose to use it, some people don't use it because they don't drink the water. Other people use them. It's just up to you. Okay. You have a city water hookup here, but you can see you have diagrams here, drawings. If you want to use city water, you would have all of them in this configuration here, for example. Right now, let me see what it's got it configured to. Dry camping. So that means it will fill the water tank. This hose right here in this position, with the valves in this position, you can see is the same as right here, and it would actually fill your water tank. If you want to just run it for normal city water, which is normally what you're going to do, all you would do is change this one here, so it matches this one right here. To winterize it, different configuration, and to sanitize it, to flush it, another one. You also you have two gray tanks, right, and a black tank. So you pull the black tank first, and then you're going to dump the gray tanks because they're cleaner than the black tank water and waste. This is a black tank flush here. So after you've flushed or dumped your black tank, you would leave this valve open. It'll tell you right on this sticker here. You leave the black valve open, you put a hose on there, you turn it on, but you always open the valve before turning it on, and it'll spray the inside of your tank out and clean your centers off really well. Okay. I think that covers it. Obviously you come up through there with your hose so you can shut your door on it. Okay. So that's just obviously the output for your furnace. Nice decals on it. It's a very modern, cool looking trailer. I like it. You have an automatic hose reel. We're still cleaning this up a bit, so you can see it's a little dirty, but our guys are working on it. So there's your switch, and this will reel your, I said hose, but what I meant was your 50 amp power cord. I call everything a hose lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. Must be old age setting in or something. I don't know. But anyway, you have your 50 amp, and then you have a 30 amp reducer. This is a 30 amp system we have here on this pole. Then you have that other one up in the front that'll reduce it down even farther if you need to. Just keep in mind you can only run, you know, when it comes to, the problem is the air conditioning when it comes to amperage, so keep that in mind. Alright, so you can go up the ladder onto the roof, which is a cool thing because you want to inspect the roof at least 3 times a year. That's what every trailer ever made, you have to inspect it. That's really, really important. So you want to go up there in the spring and in the fall and once in the middle of the summer, and you just look at all the sealant down the roof, make sure everything's good and tight, no cracks starting, no separation. And some years, sometime you're going to see that happening somewhere and you're going to get it taken care of immediately. It's very important to inspect it. Over there in the center, you can see that housing is just telling you this is pre-wired for a backup camera. Now this one takes a Furrion camera that fits in that housing, so we carry them here if you want to talk to our parts people if you're interested, or if you purchase it elsewhere, just make sure you get the Furrion camera that fits into that housing. Alright, and then you have obviously the hitch here. It has a rating of, let's see what the rating is on this one, if it's easy to find anyway. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Maximum goes to every level. Looks like maximum tongue weight is going to be 300 pounds. Okay, maximum gross weight is 3,000. Okay, I assume that's 3,000 pounds, and the other one's kilometers, I guess, or I mean, the other one's metric, I think. Who can keep up with all this? I don't know. I think pounds and ounces and inches and feet work just fine, but who am I? Okay, let's go inside the trailer. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't think I can fit everything in this video if let's see, I got 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes. Let me see here. Well, I guess maybe I can get through it all. Let's just keep going. Okay, your chairs, obviously, they vibrate, massage, I guess you would say. They heat. You got up and down for the footrest here. The couch folds out. You're just going to pull the cushions off the Velcro, and then you're going to grab it down here, and it'll come out, and you put the legs down and fold it back into place. You got a 3-panel foam couch slash hide-a-bed. The fireplace, you have a remote for it, and basically you can set visually you can change the look of the flame. You can set the fan speed on it. You can set the temperature on it, and it runs on 110 AC. So, you know, if you're here sitting here and it's early in the morning or late at night, and it's got really chilly, you don't have to use up your LP. You can just run this while you're here, so you actually save your LP for something else. You got a huge TV, a sound bar, okay, and all the remotes are here. Of course, the one of them is a smart TV. I can see. I'm not sure if that's the bedroom one or this one. I'll have to look into that. We'll talk to you about that when you get here. We'll know for sure. I'm trying to tell you I don't know the answer to it. I'm sorry. This looks like can swing out. Let me see what happens here. Yep. So it swings out. Let's look behind it. Yep, you got a swing out bracket. And of course you have to strap this one into place. Let's look at the other side here. See what kind of hookups we got. Okay. All right. Yeah, so it swings out so you can watch it tilt it a little bit or angle it towards the couch so everybody can see it. Cool. All right, so your range. Now, let me see if he's got the gas turned on. What you're doing here is you're putting it on light or high in this case, and you're going to depress it to light it, okay? It's a new safety thing. They're trying to make these things more difficult so kids can't just turn them on like they used to be able to do. The oven is the same thing, which is right here. You have to light the pilot light on it. So let me see here. Let me give you the correct information here. You still got some. Yeah. So the oven just lights using, like you would at home, using the middle knob, which is for the onion. Now, I'll get that cardboard out of there so it doesn't, so you don't forget about it. Our guy should have taken that out, but if not. You got lights here. That one's an oven light. This one's just a blue light. You seem to be blue light obsessed in trailers lately. Everything's got to be a blue light. All right, so this one, you have light on this one, obviously, and you have 2 fan speeds here for exhaust. Okay, and it's a convection, so it is large, so it's a really nice oven. Your refrigerator basically is going to work like any other refrigerator. There's nothing really unique about it, just that you have straps, it looks like. Yeah, you have straps, so when you're traveling, you always got to strap the door shut so they don't get dented. Okay, let me back up a little bit so you can see where we're at here. I know I get too close with this because it doesn't have a wide angle. It's just my phone. So you got a farmer's sink, but it's stainless steel, which is neat. You've got a dishwasher down here. A trailer with everything. You got a wine fridge here, or whatever you want to put in there. You actually have a bar sink in this, which is neat. You know, you have your regular sink over there, but you got a little bar sink here. This is pretty darn cool. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so going up the steps a little bit. This is for your max air fan. You can't reach it, obviously, so you can operate it from here. It'll raise the lid, close the lid, change the fan speeds, everything from here. Your holding tank heaters, fresh, gray, and black, are right here, so you can extend your season, go out earlier in the spring and stay out later in the fall. This here is for your digital antenna, right? So it's a WineGuard Connect antenna. It's a really good one. And you have to turn it on here. You gotta let it warm up a bit, remember. That is a sensor for the climate control, just so you know what that is. And you can dim the lights just by rubbing your finger over this here. All right, where are we time-wise? Okay, so this just tells you basically what you have going here. We're running 30 amps right now off our pole. You can select it manually too, it looks like. But we're just consuming, I guess that's 0.5, so we're not really consuming much. Is that what I'm seeing here? The water heater, 1 and 2. So, okay, yeah, they're not running, but apparently this is just telling you what amperage is going to each one of these devices, basically. Okay, I should know more about that, but when you get here, we can talk about it more, so I can find out for sure exactly what that, so I don't give you bad information here. All right, so your temporary password is just 000, so we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get inside your thing here. So it's pre-wired. Okay. You can back it off. Your awnings are controlled here. Very, very self-evident. Slides the same way here. So the bed slide apparently is electric, and the other 2 are hydraulic, so they'll just send one out then the other one. I wish I would have prepped this trailer. That way I could give you definite answers. I'm sorry about that. You can turn on your lights individually or select them all, so that's a good thing. Hitch height, I believe. Yeah, so you can raise it up and down right here. Okay, heating and cooling. So something you'll have to play with a bit, but it's got everything is all in this one control center. Of course, you can change your password too if you want to something you use. Also, there's an app for it. If you see this thing here, you can go to the in-command website, and you can use the app on your phone to do all this stuff. So you can do it with your phone. So we know this here is the power converter. Okay. So you got AC power here with 110 AC circuit breakers, just like at home, and then it's converted over to 12 volt DC here, and you got 12 volt fuses. Okay, these fuses blow out, they actually light up so you can see them. And this is also a battery tender, so it'll keep your battery charged also. All right. Let's move into the bedroom. Another television. Okay. Everything in here is pretty self-explanatory. This actually comes up too, so you probably have. Let's see what we got here. Let me just look in the drawer to make sure what we've got here. Okay, yeah. So we'd be better off just using the drawers here. Okay. So yeah, there's some storage under there. You got a really nice shower here with all the modern things. You got obviously your rain head, and then you got your regular shower head there. Nice seat. The toilet, I'm sure you must know about camping. You've probably owned trailers before because you're buying such a big, nice trailer. But if you don't know by any chance, you have to always have water and chemical in the toilet when you start using it. So basically the black tank is directly below. So you'll put when you get plugged in and the water hooked up at the campsite, you're going to put your chemical right in there, and then you'll stand on this, put a couple gallons of water in there, gallon or two. There's no way to tell that from a monitor panel. You just sort of have to use common sense. And then you're ready. Until you dump the tank, you're all set. You just keep using it. But if you were to stay at the same campsite and you had to dump the black tank, you would come in here and repeat the procedure, chemical and some water to get it going. Also, when it flushes, it only fills up a little bit. So if you want to, you could just push this down a little bit, and it activates the water valve. We're just going on residual pressure here. The water valve, and you can fill it up as high as you want to fill it. Okay. Another max air vent controller for this one up here. This one looks like it's even got a rain sensor in it, which is kind of neat. And you have two chairs here, and a washer dryer. So, very nice. Okay, let me look and see if we've forgotten anything. Looks like the bed. Oh, that's why it pulled up like that. So now it's making sense. Yeah, you got like a bed that you can raise and lower. Yeah, I see. That's why I couldn't pull it the rest of the way up when I tried. So yeah, so that's neat too. Boy, I tell you, I wish I would have prepped this one. I would know a lot more about it. One last thing here, the LP and carbon monoxide alarm is right here. It should always be green like it is. Obviously, if it goes off, you're going to go outside and you're going to shut off the gas at the front and figure out what's going on. Okay? All right, so I think we've got it here. Basically, there is a manual for every appliance in here. Plus, you can go online to the manufacturer videos. Between all that information, you can always call us and we can talk you through just about anything. And you may know all about this trailer. You may know more than I do about it, actually. I don't really know, so I'm just assuming you don't as I talk to you. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer from National RV Detroit. And as always, if there's anything we can do, so you just give us a call and we'll work with you. And make sure you do a lot of camping with it, because this is too nice a trailer to sit in storage for sure. So, okay, well, thank you very much and goodbye.